in the world of animation. Steven Hillenberg, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, has died. For anybody growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, SpongeBob was pretty widespread. I have nothing but respect for that guy creating all those characters because, first off, he created some legendary parts of my childhood. Namely, it's just like the whole show, like for the first 4 seasons, I think four, he created it 4 seasons in, he left after the movie, SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the first one, and then he came back in recent years, but I feel like really down when I heard that passing, because it's like, he created one of probably the best shows I think young people should watch, at least in the first 4 seasons. I have a little nephew. I mean, I don't always like my family dynamics, but hell or high water, we're watching some SpongeBob when he gets old enough and he comes up to Connecticut, and maybe I won't choke away if water won me, but that's not the point right now. The point is we lost a great man today. Just like, look, I think of that show, man. That show is great in representing the world the way it should be, and in some aspects the way it is. Like, I mean, there was a great episode that kind of illustrates my point. It's the one where they have to, where SpongeBob, the naive optimist, has to deliver pizza with Squidward, the cynical guy that's always looking down on people, and is really the glue of the show if you look at it. But anyways, they go to deliver the pizza. They go through all this shit where Squidward's like, being all negative, and SpongeBob's optimistic, and they get to the guy. They give him the pizza, and he starts asking, "Where's my drink?" Let's give up another home run, but damn it, I'm on a roll here. He's like, "Where's my drink?" And he starts getting really pissy, slams the door in SpongeBob's face. And SpongeBob, being SpongeBob, starts crying. And one of the best things I've ever seen in a kid's cartoon, Squidward, the guy that's always, who normally would rub it in SpongeBob's face that he was right, that the world is the way that is. He goes up, he opens the door, and the guy's like, "I told you," and then Squidward slams that pizza down the guy's throat. That to me is awesome because it's cartoony. It's funny as hell when you watch it. It's like, but it's like one of those things where it's like, that's sometimes the way the world is. Sometimes you find hidden allies. Like, Squidward's never been optimistic, but he's like, first off, I want to say that's actually excellent writing. He gave him some depth with that, where it was like, even he has rules. Like, even he has like a heart, And one of the best things about that show that is kind of funny, that I just brought up all that stuff that goes on in the story there, is it's never like serious about it. It's always like, yeah, Squidward just shoved the pizza down a guy's throat. It's a cartoon, whatever. The other thing is this is kind of what I like about the first 4 seasons is the other one is the Bubble Bowl. I always liked that episode because Squidward doesn't get shitted on, which is a joke for people that actually know the show. Squidward always gets shitted on, but in this episode, Squidward gets to lead a band, and he finally gets to do his life's work, and it starts out really shitty, then the town comes together for him, and but it comes together in one of the most awesome 80s-esque rock operas I've ever seen. It's just, there's so many, because they're playing the halftime. The joke is they're not playing like an ordinary high school band thing. They're literally doing the halftime of basically the Super Bowl, and I'm like, holy, I mean, I still quote that episode with people today. That show, I mean, it's sad to see guys that create great pieces of art. Yeah, I said art, that just die. Like, I mean, my family and I disagreed on a lot of shit, but one thing I can count on is if we watched episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants, it was happiness. Oh my god. That whole show was just like, what's the best way to put it? It was gold. It was like, it was really good. Like, and not just like, you may not have as like it aesthetically or like the later seasons, but damn man, that show was well written. It's like I said, they gave depth to to the characters of Bikini Bottom. I love SpongeBob. And I love Patrick because he's kind of like me. We're the big doofus kind of people, I guess. But I also like Squidward because let's just leave it as not a very bright not okay. I went to the description of Patrick, but my family is not exactly all SpongeBob like, you know. And that's kind of one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I wish they were more like SpongeBob, like, because you know, SpongeBob is kind of, he's naive, but he's also optimistic, and we need more of that. We need more people that are just like optimists. We don't need, I don't know what to say. Like, when you're negative, you don't get shit done. No, I mean, like, that's kind of one of the things I liked is that, you know, as much as I like Squidward as a character, you don't want to hang around those people too much. You don't want people to bring you down, but he's necessary in the show, and that's you know, cartoon, and that's a fantasy. Every fiction is somewhat fantasy-like in my mind. You know what I mean? I like to create, you know, stories. I know that there's got to be dynamics and things like that, but SpongeBob is one of those characters, like, we all need to be a little bit more like SpongeBob, who just not just goes with the flow, but he's more accepting than anybody. I don't think he gives a flying damn about like what people look like. I mean, he's naive, but there's a certain, like, you know, he's so optimistic. Like, he'll be walking up to Plankton, the series villain, and Plankton will be like, I'm about to dominate the world, you fools. And SpongeBob is like, okay, good luck with that. Like, you know, not like in a, just like, that's just who he is. Like, you know, I mean, it is until Plankton becomes a problem, obviously, then it's like, yeah, that's bad, but I like that. He'll just be like, hi, how you doing? You know, versus, oh, I'm assuming shit about you by the way you look or whatever. And I mean, that's just not in the world anymore, but it's one of those things, like, you gotta, like, that's what makes SpongeBob such a great thing to teach kids, is like, you can't judge by appearances. And secondly, SpongeBob, and this is also kind of going into that, SpongeBob is also funnier to me as an adult those first few seasons than as a kid. Because when you're a kid, you just think, like, for example, Mermaid and Barnacle Boy are just like, oh, they're just goofy old people. It isn't really funny until you, like, until you become an adult, start going through some things, and then you're like, God, they're like old people on fucking drugs. So it becomes a lot funnier once you realize that. You're like, oh my God, they are wasted. Well, at least Mermaid Man is. I don't know about Barnacle Boy. He might just be old. But Mermaid Man cracked the shit out of me. And that's the other thing. I kind of didn't know when I was younger, didn't really appreciate it when I was younger, that they got some guy. They were like, for example, Mermaid Man was voiced by, I forget his name. He was in Escape from New York. He was Cabby in Escape from New York. He was a veteran actor. He was in McHale's Navy. So I'm like, I know the guy. Like, I just don't remember the roles he was from. But he was a really good actor, and it was, if you don't know anything about McHale's Navy, like, that's my dad's era. That's like 60s TV. They brought in guys from that era. They brought in, like, you know, they were like, you know, that's what I love when animation does that. Like, I'll be honest with you, I also loved Batman the Animated Series, and I didn't know who created that until, like, about this point in my life. But I love when they brought in Adam West, because it's like paying homage. It's like, of course you go get, you know, guys that did older shows and naval-inspired shows to the voice, like Mermaid Man, and you get Tom Kenny, who's like a voice actor that I really respect. He does a lot. he's always like, I thought he was in the Powerpuff Girls. I think he's one of the voices in Dragon Ball Z. I'm not sure. And that blows my mind. I think he voices Goku. I'm not a huge anime fan. I respect it. I'm just not as into it as I used to be. My God, if you can go from voicing SpongeBob to Goku to the Professor, oh my God, that's talent. That's one thing I gotta admit with voice actors. That's kind of like, I gotta admit they are talented. It's like one of those things where it's like, to use a baseball analogy, they're almost like the utility player versus, like, you know, when they get Brad Pitt to voice something. I like Brad Pitt, but he's got one note. You know, he's great one note. That's it. You know, he's like Johnny Gomes. He's gonna kill left-handers, but not much else. So when they get the utility guy, like, that's the voice actors. That's like Tara Strong. You know, that's Tom Kenny for sure. You know, it's like, wow, they really come in. They could do, like, any role you imagine. They could be the Professor. They could be Raven. They could be fucking Timmy Turner, Tara Strong. Oh, my God. Love her. Oh, it's just like, ugh. I don't know. It just, like, gets weird because people say cartoons are for kids. And I'm like, isn't that the most important audience you can have? Like, think about it. When you're not going to preach to a 69-year-old person or a 25-year-old person as much. You preach to a 5-year-old, you can teach him shit. You know, that's what kind of gets me down. Like, I mean, especially because there's, like, examples of, like, going back in the day to, like, Star Trek is like, it's like, you know, they inspired scientists, they inspired astronauts and shit, like, with Star Trek. Just by kids watching it, and that's kind of important to me. Like, I take being a role model very seriously. Yes, I swear. Yes, I do make drug references and things like that. But if I'm around little kids, I'm not gonna do that. You know, that ain't gonna fly because I take that very seriously. I mean, you know, like, that's kind of my thing. You know. I'm not saying, like, there's creepy, but, like, I would totally want to help out at the YMCA and things like that, to be honest with you. Just to be like, okay, I've been through some shit, I can help kids, you know, that may have similar situations to me. It's like, pay it forward, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's something I want to do eventually, but, and I'm not saying that I can't, it's just, you know, I'm in the middle of shit, I'm transitioning. Yeah, that's always like, that kind of puts a lot of difficulties on things. It's like, you get parents like my parents that aren't involved, or it's not involved, it's not understanding really. I don't know. They still call me Uncle Joe, and it's just like, are you serious? Like, I don't know what they're gonna do when I have lipstick on and a dress and they see me, because they're gonna flip the fuck out. Other than that, I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, what the hell are you doing? As I loop a ground ball fly into the right center. I'm messed up today. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just saying I'm just like loopy. Shit. I got Johnny Peralta. Please don't ground into a double play, because that's the last thing I need at the moment. And to be honest with you, I gotta get somebody up in that bullpen. I don't know why it puts, like, the stupid, get him up and get the lefty up. Only reason I got Volquez up is because he's, I don't know, more durable? Nah, not really. You know, it's like, it's like, you know, a trade-off, right? You trade that durability for other things. I don't know, I need to get that running, because at this point it's like 7th inning. Yeah, it's crunch time. And I ground out. This is the opposite of getting it done. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of a deep inside tour of what I gotta do for my bathroom. This is the toilet where I shit. Well, anywho, this has been really good to get this video out, because I was really sad But Steven Hillenberg dying from ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, that's no way to go. You know, it's like, you know, he was great. I think like the proof is in the pudding. The guy just, after he left the SpongeBob show, it went down the tubes. Like all the classic episodes I grew up on were on his watch. You know what I'm saying? But all the episodes I don't watch, or until recently, I've started to think about getting him back in to watch some of the new stuff. But him dying, oh, that's painful. I was joking with my friend today. We were like, yeah, him dying is painful, but it ruined the show. That's the death knell, folks. Because he was truly one of a kind, I think. Not only because he was like into cartoons, but he was in marine biology. Like, that's a whole nother level of not just dedication, because obviously, if you look the man up, he wanted to be a marine biologist. I don't even know. You guys are hearing this because I'm in my bathroom, but you know, it's like that's a whole nother level of dedication. Like, he switched from, you know, marine biology to cartoons. Damn, that's tough. I also think that's kind of ballsy. Like, maybe this is just me and my background versus other people. And I know, like, doing what you want is better than listening to what people want. Like, you know what I mean? If they tell you you're a damn pussy for working on SpongeBob, you can go fuck yourself. A pussy would totally, for this case, not to shit on marine biologists, totally just say, okay, I'm getting a marine biology degree and fuck off. You know, no, he had some cojones to go out and say, you know what, I want to do this, I want to change, I'm gonna change, get my animation majors and shit, and create a cartoon about what I also like and love. And it's like, damn, you know, the one thing I gotta ask is, where the hell did Sandy come from? She's a squirrel, and she ain't a fish. Yeah. I'm just kind of like, you know, tired today. You know, I'm tired of like, you know, of it all, not being in a good situation. I mean, nobody is, right? Let's face it. We all have things we want to improve on, things like that. But it's kind of like, you know what? I gotta clean up my apartment. Yeah, I gotta do a lot of shit. I don't even know if I'm getting a recording on this audio because, I mean, I don't know. I'm just wiping my ass and taking names. Oh, shit. I also got to decide on what I'm going to do on Thursday, because I might have to visit the evil empire. I hate that. It's like one of those things when you start changing and start trying to, you know, do things and you're like, crap, my parents don't support me, but then you're like, Thursday, they're going to spray for cockroaches. I can't be here until 6 o'clock. That's like, that really blows. First off, because they don't know me, I don't know the sprayers, I can't leave things in my apartment that I feel are valuable, you know, just like a PlayStation. So, and that brings up the other question, if I'm bringing a PlayStation with me, what else am I bringing? I don't know. It's also like, I don't know, what am I gonna do? I kind of got to think about what bags I'm going to have to carry and things like that. That's always a fun exercise, like, to be like, have public transportation. I don't have a car, so getting over there is a bitch, but it's also not impossible. The key with this is to set up the apartment before the night before. So, literally, my goal is tomorrow night I gotta finish up the job that I started. What else? Tomorrow night I gotta prep, like get everything packed up the night before, which is easy. That's not hard. It's just time consuming. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, nobody wants to like start packing up a night beforehand, like to be like, I brought the PlayStation, I brought everything else on the bus, because I put it in bags, like they don't see it, they don't care. I gotta bring some food with me, right? Like that's the other thing I want to do is bring some food. Like I love chocolate, I love all that stuff. I'm not gonna let it sit here and get fucking poisoned. Some of it, like I have chocolate bars, I put those in the freezer. But what is it? The other stuff gonna go with me. What else? We got shaving cream from the food pantry because that's totally edible. They gave that to me, so I might be good for a while on the shaving cream front. Because I don't have the money or the time to deal with people. So I'm like, shit, I gotta go to the doctors. You know, fuck it, right? Get the hormones. I'm not on the hormones if you can't tell by the sound of my voice. I can't even get high pitch. But I got nothing to eat. That's not. I meant nothing to eat for dinner, right? You know, I got shit to eat, but I'm just not hungry. That's not a good thing. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, fuck. Yeah, but I gotta be up and out tomorrow. I mean Thursday. Chaffin, you're going in. Yes, I totally, yeah.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 40, Andrew Stinson.
Oh, come on. Stay in the yard. Yay! Unfortunately, this guy's probably gonna kill me. Or not. It's not even that bad. The thing that sucks is I was hoping to get Hellickson to go through another inning. You know, just to get the bullpen less work and things like that. But obviously that ain't gonna happen.
Number 64, Mike Warren.
Hi, how you doing out there? It's always good to have viewers, you know? I just realized you're viewing this, so if you want to leave a comment, you can. I try to say that with everybody, you know. It's just my feelings, you know. So, I don't know, just trying to be open with people and things like that. I think some people mistake it for me trying to do patronizing. It's not like that. I just like to make friends, alright? You know, but right now I got Peralta up. He's actually decent in this roster. And of course I swing at a ball. Oh, gotta turn on the fan. Yeah. No! Alright, I'm closing my bathroom. What? Oh, there we go. I still got a viewer, yay! Alright, should I go to the bench for this guy? No, probably not. Because he's kind of... None of my guys have the right energy, I guess? I don't know. I'm just not really up for that. And that falls, I think. Yes, it does. Shit. Well, actually, not shit. I'm up with a good part of the hitter, you know. So maybe I'll get a little bit lucky here. Nope. The next pitch. Yeah, I have Andre Ethier in center because I don't know, none of these guys are very durable on this bench. Like, I got Goldschmidt on the bench, like, you know, so it's like, damn it. But, yeah, I love AJ Pollock. He's from Middletown, Connecticut, and that's actually not too far from where some of my family lives and shit. So I have some friends up there in Portland, Connecticut. It's literally right across the bridge, so, you know, I'm gonna get a bullpen arm up. Maybe Eddie Hayer. I like Volquez, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm gonna go with this guy because it's like one of those things where they manage themselves into a good spot. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, totally. Because you got Kinsler at the plate. He kills lefties. You got, who else? I'm gonna look at their. Yeah, he's got blocker. I don't know. He's a DH, so they might actually just put him to substitute. Oh, they're not gonna substitute for him, so that's always good. I would substitute for him myself. Maybe not. I mean, that's a good hit and run right there, but he puts the pressure on me, huh? Alright, who's on the bench that isn't okay? Trout. I'm gonna get this guy at the plate, unfortunately. Yay. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, Trout's not a huge detriment, and yeah, unfortunately, you know, it's like, you know, he's just a hitter, man. He's not just a hitter. He's a really great player. So unfortunately, you gotta pitch this guy. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, damn it, he's good. And hell, Eric Ibar is what, old, but he's still pretty good. Oh yeah, we intentionally walked this guy. My game. This is the game kind of right here. You know what I mean? Because Calhoun is not that bad. I can't walk the bases loaded, unfortunately. Here's what I'm saying. 69 versus a left-hander is not bad. 46 is. I would love to just face that guy. And not showing my pitches is also kind of cheap. It kind of goes with Madden, right? Where you're just like, why is the field goal thing disappearing? It's a clutch kick. I do not need this shit on my clutch kicks. That got me so mad because you can't turn it off in Madden, and this is more. MLB The Show gets it. Okay, the game is over. I'm not going to score. Yeah, throw to third. That's exactly where the ball needs to go. Like, that was messed up, but yeah, like, what? I was like, he's going to score, but at least try to make it to the plate. You know, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, okay, I went from good to shit. But, oh well. Especially because this is like a July or August game or something like that, so it's not exactly the World Series. And I mean, this team is not. I mean, I don't care. I just got the Steven Hillenberg stuff in because I wanted to. And I like making baseball videos. It's just more fun. More fun. I mean, hopefully I get a home run here. I got some guys coming up, I think. Yeah. Again, it's like one of those things where it's just, yeah, okay, nobody coming up to lead off, but at least this is the number 9 hitter, so, yeah, not great, but, I mean, I don't know, what am I gonna do? He's the catcher. I could sub out, but I don't want to. Yeah, he's in there. No, he's not in. I mean, he's out. I didn't mean. When I said in there, I was like, oh my god, I'm stupid. I'm just stupid. Stupid. Because I was like, yeah, he was out, but I was thinking in my head, he's out by a mile. He's speed 20 overall. He's never going to get that. You know, then, and this guy grounds out, so this is all fun. It went from sugar to shit. Oh, okay, so you know what? Should I go with a fighting chance here with Paul Goldschmidt? Yeah, whatever. I mean, right, if you're down to your last, out, you go with your best hitter. Especially because it's the DH, and I said that stuff. I'm like, yeah, he's not. And he grounds out. I mean, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Whatever. They really won the game, because let's face it, I gave it away. 4-1 is not really good. Cole Calhoun, you did your job. I had your game plan, but you executed. Good for you. You may be better in this game than you ever were in real life. Because, I mean, in real life, aren't the Angels like shit in the right field? Because he never became the guy, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I play with the DH on in this shit too, so I'm gonna check my standings. I'm only 2.5 back. That's always good. Better than in my Vita version of the game where I'm like 8 games back and I lost like 8 in a row. So like, fuck. You talk about rebuilding teams. That's a huge rebuild because I did the fantasy draft and I paid for it. You know what? Fuck it. We're going ahead about a week or so. Going to be Miami. Miami. The heat is on. Oh no! Come on. That guy was important. That guy was really important. But let's see what we got in the lineups here. Go with. Yeah, we're not. What the hell is this shit? Like, why is it always giving me the worst lineups? Catcher Wellington Castillo. Yeah, you're a catcher, so deal with it. I moved him to first base just in that, like, you know, yeah, maybe back up second, whatever. Doesn't matter, just throw anybody in there. I play with the DH on, so it's not even important. Murph Games, what's up, Gimp? What's up, Murph? How you doing? Goldschmidt's gonna go to the cleanup spot. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to set my lineups because I totally got screwed by that guy getting hurt. Whatever. And I mean, I don't play with the DH on, so I'm really adjusting nothing. It's like, what am I doing? Well. DH. Goldschmidt, you go into cleanup because I forgot you were even active at this point. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where you're just like, wow. I forgot he was active. Like, how did I do that? Alright, so that looks to be set away. And again, I don't even know what I'm going to do with the... Am I going to call somebody up? Do I have enough? Okay, come on. Alright. Murph, what's up? I do not have PlayStation Plus, unfortunately, so I don't know if you were talking about playing in the Ultimate Team, which I would love to do, but I gotta get it on Friday, so that's kind of what I'm at right now. If you can give me till Friday, I'll definitely be able to do Ultimate Team and things like that. That's kind of what's going on with me right now. I'm kind of just messed up. Oh, that guy's somehow born in Connecticut. Ugh. Alright. It doesn't really matter. I got nobody on this team that I want to bring up. Oh, it's okay. It's all good. If you want to just watch on YouTube, I'm all for that. Sometimes I play with people that watch this, watch the games I play and things like that. So that's what I was saying. Like, the last time someone commented on my videos, that's what happened. And I was just like, oh, I was just, letting you know. And I wasn't really trying to, I don't know, I'm over apologizing, I guess. Alright, so we got, unfortunately, I got nothing going on right now, which is good. Alright, Bonifacio. Wow, I don't really like, this team kind of sucks. It does suck so bad. You get subbed out. AJ Pollock, my Middletown man. You're gonna get DH'd or subbed out. Alright. So it's always good to have people comment on my videos. It's always fun. Yeah. Oh, you stream sports games? That's cool. I really just have one account right now, so you know. Oh, yeah, I'm not DHing Bonifacio. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. All right, so we got 2 viewers. That's always fun. Double the fun, like Wrigley or Experiment rather. Um, put it. Yeah, because I want my least defensively player in the outfield, but whatever. I like Goldschmidt. I just, I don't know. I don't want to like get him hurt, so I'm like, well, okay, who's on the bench that play first? Oh, yeah, so he's out of the major leagues. This is how good I construct my rosters. I have players that are out of the major leagues. This is always fun. I didn't realize he was playing in Long Island though. That's what part of Long Island? Is that New York or is that Connecticut? Because I live in Connecticut, so I might as well, maybe next season I go watch go watch Emilio Bonifacio try to play baseball. Even if it was in New York, I probably could get to it. And why? Oh man, that would be fun. Just could take the train to New Haven and then go to New York, but or to Long Island rather. It's a difference, I guess. K-Rod was on there. Oh wow, did they just sign like all the 2000s I don't want to say all stars because I'm on a oh wow, they literally, wow, how I gotta look that up. I want to see their payroll. I'm not saying they were good. I'm saying I don't even know what they did. So I mean, Valdespin, he was a minor leaguer last time I checked, so that makes sense. At least Bonifacio and K-Rod were major leaguers at one point. So I mean, if they're getting paid to play, that's more power to them, I guess, right? They're doing better than I am. Ah, damn. You know what? You mind if I take like a little bit of a break just to get their record on my phone? I'm gonna look that up because this has got me interested now. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna start the game though first because that just makes more sense to do that. Amazon, yeah. Let's okay. I'm gonna start the game and then I'm gonna shoot on the Long Island Ducks. All right, starting the game. Getting my phone. All right. Okay, back to the Google. Alright, okay, hang on. Where did the Long Island Ducks finish in independent baseball? Let's see what happens. Who owns the Long Island Ducks? I don't care. Okay. LLK, current news. So, come on. I don't know. I just love it when these, like, you get these independent league teams, and it's like, it's fun because it's like, they may not be major league, but, like, still it's baseball. Okay. Menu, buy tickets online. They have a mascot named Quacker Jack? What the fuck? All we got in Hartford is the Yard Goats. Okay, where's Atlantic League? Come on. I'm just going to look it up. I don't care if Bonifacio strikes out. Let's go Atlantic League of Professional Baseball standings. Atlanta League of... Oh, come on. I messed that up. Alright. Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. See what the standings are. Oh, come on. I messed that up too. Shit. Somerset, New Jersey. I've been into some parts of New Jersey. So hang on. Atlantic League standings. Alright, so I'm looking up the standings right now because I want to see who's in the league, around the league. I just want to know. I think there's a team in New Britain. New Britain Bees. That's I can get to that. Shit. What the? Live scoreboard. Come on, phone. You know what? Forget it. Yeah. So, I wonder what the Somerset. I'm gonna look that. Shit. or just, you know, maybe I'll just get back to playing baseball. Yeah, so how was the Somerset game? I don't even... Oh, shit. Oh, wow. That's Brian LaHare. Like, this is almost like digging into, like, the guys that they had. Oh, shit. But, you know, that's good. I mean, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, I mean, again, if they're getting paid to play, like, that's gotta be better than having a regular job, right? You know, I mean, I would love to play semi-pro football and get paid or something like that, I don't know, but I'm not doing that. You know, but, it's like one of those things, like, you can't shit on people that are still trying to chase down their dream or, you know, getting paid for what they love, you know, that's a whole different thing. Yeah, LaHare, I mean, yeah, I don't know, I was never good at baseball. I mean, I didn't even make the high school team, but, you know, that's kind of like one of those things where it's like, yeah, I don't know, what else? Oh man, to be honest with you, I live in East Hartford, Connecticut, so I could go to the Hartford Yard Goats, and that's really easy for me to get to, even by bus. Now I'm interested in going to New Britain and taking 7 different buses, or how many, and just seeing who they put on the field, because it's just like, it'll be like going back through like a whole old pack of baseball cards, you know what I'm saying? Just be like, wow, that guy is still somehow doing what he does, you know? I mean, I laugh, but it is kind of like, wow, this is the all 2000s team, you know? Like, especially with K-Rod. Like, K-Rod was really good. You know, I mean, it's like, shit, you just wonder what happened to them, and then they show up in those leagues. You know, that's always fun. Oh, wow, you got farther than I ever did, man. Yeah, played varsity in high school. Yeah. Collegiate? Yeah, that's cool. What college did you go to? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to pry too much, but I just, you know, kind of interested, you know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know. It's just, yeah. Community college, well, still better than me. I mean, I got kicked out of so many teams. I was a bad egg, you know. But yeah. Man, that's one thing. I kind of wish I did make some baseball noise, but wouldn't be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you can't, like, you know, judge spilt milk. You know what I mean? You just got to go on with life. But yeah. Yeah, that was, I don't know, but apparently the high school I went to actually had a good high school team. It was Cheney Tech in Manchester, Connecticut, and some of their graduates actually did go on to play for like the Toronto Blue Jays and things like that. I forgot the name of the coach, but that's what he did, and I was like, damn, gonna play for the Red Sox. That was I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. So, like, are you a Yankees fan? Like, what fan are you of? What's your team, man? Alright. So, Peralta just hit one out. Starting to beat up on the Marlins here. Hopefully. Versus losing to the Angels. I don't know. It's like, you like the Mets? Oh, okay, that's always cool. Yeah. So wow, you went 19-1. That's always, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, I really don't pay attention to like high school sports as much as I used to, but yeah, the Mets, like, I think they gotta start like embracing the rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Red Sox fan, but you know, it's like, they didn't, like, you gotta start it's like one of those things where they gotta start, like, embracing it, you know. Go, I hate to say this because this is against everything I kind of believe in, is to embrace the tank, you know. Just say screw it, no signing of guys that are older than 30, and just say, you know what, we're gonna be bad, but we're gonna be bad and get good. Like, I don't know, I'm not, like, I like the underdogs, and I'm always like, I've actually been to Citi Field. It's not that bad. Like, it's like funny. Like, I want them to do good because I hate the Yankees. So it's like, if they do good, I'm all for it. If the Yankees do good, oh my God, that's gonna be hell on earth. Oh, I mean, not that I don't respect the talents that the Yankees can get. It's just, you know, I'm not gonna root for my rival. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. Yeah. What does LGM mean? Because I see Mets and then hashtag LGM. Oh, let's go Mets. Oh. Damn. Yeah, I just realized LGM, let's go Mets. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's always weird because, and what you just said about, I think that you're meaning community college with that problem. Like, one of the things I was watching last night was this stuff about football, and it's kind of messed up. That's terrible, man. That's bad. Oh shit. High school, I actually get that. I was on the bench in high school, but you know, on high school football. Senior, oh, that's even worse. Damn. That's a damn son right there. But yeah, I remember watching this thing. It was about football, because I am more of a football fan because I guess I played it longer, but like the stuff they do at the college and the pro level with sports is just ridiculous, man. They start shooting these guys up with all these chemicals and shit. And I'm not against that, but I am against when it causes them to have like kidney failures later in life. You know what I mean? That's the worst. You know, I was watching this thing on Vice Sports, which was really good, you know, to watch, because I was like, wow, that's really hard. Like, these guys retire and then they have to spend the rest of their life, you know, from 35 on with a broken body or whatever, and then they deal with kidney failure because the painkillers that they were shot up with was just, that's what they do, basically. And it was like, wow. All these doctors knew the risk. They didn't give a shit. They only wanted the guy to go out there and hit home runs. Yeah. Wow, that sucks even worse. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. I'd rather have the player that can play well, I guess, than you know. Wow, that's I don't know. I guess that's like weird because of I don't know. Just weird. I guess people do have their stupid idiosyncrasies where it's like, that guy that can't play and we're winning probably in spite of him. Oh, we got to keep him in there, you know. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, you put the best team out there. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But if you're putting in a guy like you're saying that's detrimental to the team, why are you leaving him in there? That's crazy. You know, I don't know. Well, at least John Carlos hit his bombs and I don't have to deal with that anymore. Got 8 walks to it. Was that him or was it you? Because 8 walks isn't that bad, but the 2 ribby triple is pretty good. Oh. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I was like, because, you know, that's good to get the walks and stuff. Because, like, as long as you can get on base is great, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. So, do you like any other sports teams out in New York, or is it just all Mets? Well, yeah. I don't, it's, okay, I'm gonna be, stupid here for a second. .444 is a good on-base percentage, right? Because I've never really paid attention to that too much. I mean, I might be a statistician newbie, but, you know, I think the 8 walks is pretty good. The 2 hits is not that bad. If you got like 20 plate, yeah. If you got 20 plate appearances, 8 walks is great. That means you almost got on base half the time just on that alone, and the 2 hits makes it half the time. Yeah, it's all good. OPS. Yeah, it's weird. I always watch like baseball shows, and I'm like, you know, OPS. Like, I know that's advanced statistics. Well, it's basic statistics basically now, but you know, it's like, I don't know, 2 for 20, but you're. My mind is blown. Like 2 for 20, 8 walks. I don't know. Oh shit.
Oh, that's it.
Well, to be honest with you, maybe it's just me, but I suck so much at plate patience. I don't think I would even get like 3 for 300, you know. And I'm talking real life. It's just as much as, you know, in the MLB The Show. You know, like, I've never been huge into that. And I'm always like, ooh, it's thrown. I'm gonna swing at it, you know. But I guess, and I mean, I know this for like fact, is that in real life it's completely different. Obviously, based in a video game, it's like, come on, you know, and then in real life you gotta think about other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do this for fun, you know. In real life, it's not that way. You know what I mean? It's a different type of fun. I don't know. It's kind of like if I was playing football and I was suited all up with the pads versus, and then going out and hitting people, then playing like Madden, and then, you know, where it's like just sitting on the couch or standing up. You know what I mean? It's just different. Ah, shoot. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I love football. It's actually my favorite sport, but to be honest with you, Madden always gets it wrong. Like, all the time. Like, what my example with football is like when I'm playing Madden, I could tell you exactly where a receiver did the wrong thing. It does suck. That's my point. It's like, and it has no hope of getting better. Like, you know, I played football, and I know that when there's like a jump ball, you got to box out, right? You got to turn your back and then go up for the ball. If you have a jump ball in Madden and you press triangle for the aggressive catch, the receiver just runs to the end zone. It's like completely backwards, and it's like, I'm just like, I seriously, I will be standing in my apartment recording, and I'll be like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This guy just totally didn't do anything. Like, and he just runs into the end zone, and I'm almost screaming at my TV like, you effing moron. What did you do? And it's like, you know, oh, I'm like, oh man. Oh, Madden is like frustration incarnate. The weird thing is, MLB The Show and NBA 2K have their own problems. Yeah, well, the Raiders went. Did you go 3-6 with like their team as it is, or did you upgrade the team? Because I don't know. Like, even like if you took that team from the start, you know, of the one before John Gruden came in and fucked everything up, I could see that team being really good. But then John Gruden came in and said, I want to be shit, and traded everybody away. You know what I mean? That's kind of what my takeaway with the Raiders is. Like, I like them too, but man, their coach just said, you know what, we're tanking, and took a team that I think if they kept that team the way it was, they could have been at least decent, you know. Yeah, I gotta admit, when I do some of these teams on Madden, I just fantasy draft it all because I'm like, I'll let it slip. My favorite teams are the Patriots because I live in New England. That's just a given. And my other favorite team is the Cowboys. So Amari Cooper's really working out well for them. But, you know, I admit I just fantasy draft it all because I like to have that control. You know what I mean? Yeah. I gotta admit, as a Patriots fan, though, we're not going to make the Super Bowl this year. Or we're not going to win it. We might make it. The AFC is not the greatest, but we might make it to the AFC Championship game, but we're not going to win it. Oh, that's okay. I can live with it. Jets and Packers? Alright. The Jets, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't consider them to be the rivals of the Patriots or anything like that. They are, but it's almost like it's not like it's like when people make comparisons to like Yankees and Red Sox and Jets and Patriots, it's just not the same. It's like it's weird. But yeah. It's also like I think the Jets, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like I don't even know what they want anymore. Last time they were just not as good, you know. They always kind of be a knee jerk, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Like, as much as I don't always agree with Bill Belichick, he at least stands by what he's doing. And then some of the other coaches in the NFL, like, are just knee jerk. Oh, that guy's good. Boom, get him, and then not think about any of the consequences. You know, that's not cool. What just happened with my phone? Is it texting me or somebody? Yeah, my phone is weird. Oh, God. So, yeah. Well, I have a Giants fan. My dad's a Giants fan, so he's weird. He's never like every time it's always been in the Super Bowl. I'm like, who are you rooting for? He's like, the Giants. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's not gonna be a fun day at his house. It's gonna be like, whoa. And his birthday's the Super Bowl, so it's always at his house. It's funny. We beat like the Patriots. They can beat Russell Wilson. They can beat the greatest show on turf. They can beat any team. Yeah, not having a great year, huh? Well, like I was saying, they can beat the greatest show on turf. Beat the Seahawks. Beat a lot of decent teams. But we lose to Eli Manning and the Giants twice. You know, 3-8, 4-6-1. It's not having a great year. Well, at least you're not a Bills fan, right? Or what is it? A Bills or Browns fan, where it's like they just don't know what they're doing. Oh, I heard what Baker Mayfield was saying. Yeah, I heard what Baker Mayfield was saying about Hugh Jackson. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, people change teams all the time in the NFL. Oh, Browns may make the playoffs. That's good. I mean, you gotta have some like fluidity, you know, teams making and not making. You know what I mean? Still in the hunt. That's good. My grandfather was actually drafted by the Browns like back in the 50s. So yeah, he didn't go through with it. But I was kind of, like I said, I always like the underdog. You know, if the Browns make it, I would really be shocked and I'd be happy for him, you know what I mean? Not in like the way some people would be like, oh, we won our division, we get to play the Browns in the playoffs. No, I'd be legit happy for him, you know what I mean? You can't, they have seen so much utter crap. Yeah, unlikely but not impossible, yeah. That's kind of what I'd go with. They went out, that's great, but you know, to quote the Mets, you gotta believe, you know. Yeah, 8-7-1, that's still pretty good. You gotta believe, you know what I mean? To quote Tug McGraw from the Mets, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I guess it's better than quoting Bobby Bonilla from the Mets. Like, I want to get paid. Going 4-1 end of the year is not that bad. You're damn right. Like, I mean, going 4-1, even if you lost like all the other games, is not bad. That means you got some talent and you're getting somewheres. But you know, if you go 4-12 and you won 4 games and lose 12, damn, that's gotta suck. Oh man, what else am I gonna do? I'm great. This is like great. Runners in second and third, and John Carlos is up because I haven't updated this whole thing. Yeah, he was kind of mean, but he was. Yeah, he went to University of Maine and then all did that shit. I don't know. It might have been one of those things where your family just tells you a lie and is like, you know, really not understanding, you know, things like. And I guess, like, knowing football history, they had so many rounds back in the day. They probably were like 35th round. Rod Sear, he played football at Maine. I don't know. Just find him. You know, it might have been one of those things. I don't know how serious that was, but yeah, that's pretty funny to me. It's cool, but yeah. It's like, yeah. Game is tied. Oh well.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman, Joshin24's.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They are pretty diehard about their team. That's one thing I know. Like, that's kind of, I gotta admit, there's gotta be some kind of nice loyalty to know that you can go, that your team can go like 0-16 and then still have fans. I mean, I gotta admit, that's pretty loyal. I mean, like, to be honest with you, I guess I would be more, you know. Yeah. Like I was gonna say, don't give up on your team, man. If you're a fan of your team and not a bandwagoner, man, that's cool. I love that. Because this is probably gonna be weird, but I was born in '93, right? So everybody just assumes that I don't know the history of the Patriots, right? Oh, you're just a bandwagoner that, you know, came on the Patriots, you know. Yeah, I get what you're saying about being a bandwagoner. I'm just saying about my own self is like, I was talking to somebody on the internet and they were like, yeah, you don't know, like, about the Patriots, how miserable they were. And I'm like, dude, they got killed. They weren't even like good. They were for most of their history until they got Brady and Belichick. If you look at the records, man, they were utter shit. Yeah. Like, I actually became a fan at just the weird time where they happened to go from shit to good. But, you know, I don't know. The only other franchise I can kind of compare them to, and this is because I am from Hartford, in the Hartford area of Connecticut, which is pretty much the whole state, but whatever. Anyways, is like the Hartford Whalers, right? And I know this is hockey and this might be a little weird, but they were such a bad team that they just wound up getting moved pretty much, and they were mediocre. And that's kind of what the Patriots were until they got Tom Brady. Like, literally, the state of Connecticut was trying to get the Patriots about a few years before they won the first Super Bowl. Oh, you like hockey? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, the Whalers, I gotta admit, they were never that good, and I was only around on this world. Oh man, that's awesome. So you know about the Civic Center and things like that. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta admit, they have. I wish there was a team back in Hartford. It's too small of a market, but shit, I mean, if there's teams in like the South, why can't we have a team in Hartford? You know, especially because there's so many rivals that would be natural. Like you got the Rangers, the Bruins, the Islanders. If you want to expand it a little further, you got the Devils and things like that. And I find it kind of weird that the Hurricanes, you know, the former Whalers, will play a game in Boston wearing the Whalers colors and all that stuff, which is, I mean, I don't care on the level of it's your team, do what you want to do, you own it. But why not have an exhibition game against the Bruins or the Islanders in Hartford? That would be so cool. That would be awesome, you know? Yeah, that was tough for me to watch because the Islanders have a team in Bridgeport, and it's just like, you know, yeah, they're building that arena at Belmont, so they'll be set. That's good for them. It's like, I would want a team here, but I also think that it'd be tough for any fan of the team that moves here or whatever to lose that team, you know what I mean? Especially for the fans. I do have some NHL games where I just created the Whalers, but, you know, it's never the same. It's also like, I gotta admit, the Whalers, part of the reason why I liked them is that they were so unique. Like, you look at their uniforms. Yeah, that's cool. I like the idea of them going back to Nassau, because that's where the team really should be. You know, like their whole 80s dynasty was in Nassau, so they should be there. But I think politics kind of killed that, pretty much the same way politics in Hartford killed the Whalers. Yeah, it's just like the Whalers are so popular outside of things that it's kind of amazing they haven't brought the team back. Especially because, like, there's such a weird culture to it. Like, admittedly, like, one of the things that I've always kind of liked is that despite the fact that they've left, if you play the song Brass Bonanza, people still know the team that song goes with. You know what I mean? Yeah. One thing I gotta admit, watching the old highlights is kind of funny. Because I do follow the Booster Club on Facebook, and they always post the old pictures of the Whalers with the whale and the ERS afterwards, Plucky the Whale. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of fun because you look at like how they play. I don't know how to say it, but they played their games in a mall. They had a gift shop that had the team logo as one of the team's logo as the entrance. How could you not like a team like that? They just said, shit, bring it on. And then they traded away Ron Francis and pretty much said we're going to be shit. I got to admit, it's like one of those things where, because I was really young when they left, and then I was like, as I look into it, it's like, the team like that, yeah, they just missed the playoffs. They really got fucked when Carmano bought the team, I think, because one of the things, Howard Baldwin was kind of a scoundrel, but let's face it, he wanted the team to be in there. You know what I mean? He wanted it in Hartford, all that stuff. But when you sell like to a team that doesn't owner that doesn't want you, like in that current state, you know, that it's a matter of time, you know. It's like Seattle with the Sonics. It's like, it's just a proven track record. You sell to a guy that wants to move you, you're going to move. You know, it's not going to happen, like, nicely either. Because Seattle's still waiting for a team. Hartford still wants a team. I mean, I don't know if they want, like, it as bad as Seattle, but I'll be honest with you. I think, and this is another sport entirely, but I think a basketball team would be pretty good here. Either in the G League or something like that, because there's a lot of, you know, people that would support it, you know. I don't know if the hockey would go as well in Hartford as it used to, but, you know, I don't know. It would be a good thing to try again. Like, it's like one of those things where people, I think, as much as I would say this is a small market to put a team in, like, of any profession, you have teams in Boston, New York, and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Westchester Knicks. Yeah, like that would be cool to have a team in the G League, but they put one in Maine. In Maine. I've never understood that. Like, why not put? Because I know the Celtics play some preseason games at the Civic Center, so it's like, why not just put your team in Hartford? They have the infrastructure, the fan base, and everything, but they put the team in Maine. Like, I've been to Maine. My sister went to the University of Maine. Like, I don't think anybody up there gives a flying fuck about basketball. You know what I mean? It just becomes like another sport to them. But in Hartford, man, that would kill. You would get a lot of people to show up. You'd get a lot of support. You obviously get a lot of people maybe from UConn. That, what I mean is, like, it would be a great farm system, like, with natural talent, because a lot of people do go to the University of Connecticut, and I mean, they're not as good as yeah, all they got is Maine University, Stephen King and shit, and hockey. They're good at hockey, but that's it. But yeah, as my guy gets thrown out, I didn't even want him to steal. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just like, I am going to get thrown out no matter how fucking possible it is. But yeah, I don't know. Maine University, it's not that great. Especially because, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I just kind of was not into it. Yeah. My sister went there. Stephen King went there. I will go to somewhere else. And I like Stephen King more than my sister. So, yeah. Oh, that feels good to scratch. I don't know. Yeah, they do have a football team. I know that. One of their guys was in Madden, actually. So it's like I guess this is my secret, but usually when I do a fantasy draft, if I'm in the later rounds, I'm like finding some guys from like universities that I've known or been to, or you know, have family go to, or Connecticut. I would just draft them because I'm like, you know what? It's the 17th round. It's the 50th round, rather. Sorry. You know, I'm gonna draft this guy. In baseball, it's weird because football, yeah, that's what I do. In baseball, man, you got George Springer, you got AJ Pollock, and those two guys you'd pick really early, if possible. Yeah, well, I don't know. Just like, I might do another video on Madden, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like 9:30. Maybe I'll just do some shit in my apartment, but I think it's, I don't know, because terrible. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this game and maybe I'll do another video later tonight or something like that. I got NHL, yeah, but it's NHL 18. I didn't buy a NHL 19. I don't know if that makes a difference. I remember playing the game at one point and somebody being like, yeah, you got NHL, you know, the current version. I was like, no, I don't. But if it's all the same to you, all right, okay. Maybe we'll show up in another video later tonight or something like that. All right, okay. So I totally sim the rest of this game because I'm not coming back to it. All right, okay, bye. I'll start another video and shit. All right, bye.